fellow and upcoming streamers, if you're thinking of streaming and you don't want to get locked in only in Twitch, but you want to multi-stream to all the different platforms that are out there, especially after things that happened on Twitch like this, or after this thing here that is kind of a little bit discouraging if you're just starting out, and then you're reading news like this here, then you're asking yourself, how do I get on other platforms, and why should I not multi-stream on all the other platforms? Well, there are places that make it really easy for you to multi-stream on a lot of different platforms, like for example Restream.io, but Restream.io does take your money, and it's not even a small amount of money. Like, you can basically multi-stream to 2 channels if you want to for 0, but if you want to stream up to 5 channels, it's already $19. The $16 is just when you do it yearly, so that's $190. But if you want to go up to 8 channels, it goes up to $50 a month, or $490 yearly, which is a lot. And I want to show you today a simple method to get all of that done by yourself for free. Not only you're streaming on every single platform you want to, but you also get a chat experience that is unified into one single browser with all the people gathered in one single chat. How do you do that? I will go through that step by step, and we're going to do that for YouTube, for Facebook, for Instagram, for Kick, and for Rumble, and all the other platforms are basically similar to what I will teach you today. Before we start, all the software and stuff that I will show you will be available as a link in the description down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, or maybe you're watching this on Rumble or whatever, I don't know. It will be all available in the description. And the first thing that we need to start our journey is the multiple RTMP output plugin for OBS. I'm not doing that through Streamlabs or whatsoever. If you're going to do that through Streamlabs, I think they have their own tool whatsoever. We're going to do this open source, not bound to anyone, so that we are in charge of all our content. So first things first, multiple RTMP outputs plugin. Go to download. This is all in Japanese. Don't mind it. Just scroll down and get your Windows installer or your Mac or your Linux installer. Once you've done that, you run that installer and install it into your OBS. After that's done, you open up your OBS, and you should see something that looks like this. Here you see my OBS studio, how I'm running usually Twitch streams like that, and we are going to exchange that into running different streams. We're going to go into docs. There you will see the multiple output doc. I'll take that out here. And that multiple output doc will show you, first of all, nothing because you're not having any target, but I will go through every single step now to get all these new targets inside. A target is a streaming platform you want to stream to, and we need to add all the information there. Add a new target, and then you get those streaming settings. Let's say this will be Kick number 2 for me, because that will be the second one. And how do you get all this information from Kick? So here I'm logged into Kick, and all I'm going to do is I go into my settings, and in settings there is a section called stream key. There you get the stream URL and the stream key, and those two things are crucial for basically everything that we need to do in OBS. There are simple buttons to copy that to the clipboard. You just copy those, and after that you're going to get into your streaming settings, and you copy that RTMP server right in here, and you copy the key in here. The RTMP server is usually the URL you need to put in here, and the key is always called key, stream key, something key. Username and password are not required for this method. So how do you get this information from every other different site? We're going through that right now. We have already done that for Kick. If you want to do that for Rumble, it's a little bit different, because on Rumble you need to start live streaming 5 subscribers. Yes, a total of 5 subscribers to start live streaming on Rumble. After that, you go into your settings, top right corner, you go into settings and live streaming. You go and set up a new live stream. And on Rumble, it's a little bit like on YouTube. You need first a stream title. This is a test title with a description, test description. You choose your category. Let's say you want to play a game, and then you choose another category. I don't know, let's say you want to play Diablo 4. And then you can upload a thumbnail just like on YouTube, or YouTube we're going to see later on. When you want to stream right now, or you can schedule it, we're going to do right now. We're going to visibly public. Then you click on next. Here you go Rumble only. Rumble only is the weird way to say on Rumble that is monetized. And then you always need to acknowledge the terms and conditions. And then you submit that information. After that, you get this setup a live stream page, which you don't need for OBS. The only thing that you need is get streamer configuration. Now you see that this part here is new. The test part, the video part that we needed. And now you get your server URL that you again post into the Multi-RTMP plugin on OBS. You get your server URL and you get your stream key. They're exactly the same buttons. Copy to clipboard. Put that into a new target, and now we have 2 new targets in your multiple output plugin. So this was it for Kick and Rumble. Next thing is a little bit more complicated. Facebook. How do you stream on Facebook? Well, you go to your page where you want to stream from, and then you can go to start a stream. Wait, let me change that to English really quick. So we're clicking start streaming, and that will be a little bit more complicated. So top right corner, you click on set up a live stream. Then you're coming into the live producer. Then you want to do go live. Click on go live. After that, you will have this here open, usually first as webcam, because Facebook actually wants you to stream over their web interface or whatsoever. But we're going to stream over OBS. So that means we're clicking on streaming software, and now you get all the information that you need. You click on advanced settings to open that up, and then you get, again, the stream key, which you can copy there, and the server URL, which you can copy there. Setting up a Facebook live stream is a little bit more complicated. Setting up a Facebook live stream is almost like setting up a Facebook ad. So you want to have an audience set. You want to maybe even cross-post that to different pages or whatsoever. It's a little bit more complicated, and I don't want to go into detail on how to make this the most broad appealing or appealing live stream ever. I just show you how it works. What's in your live stream? You need a title, you need some description again to whatever, I don't care. Then you need to start that stream before you can actually start the stream on Facebook. But that is the same method you need for YouTube, which requires you to first connect to the service and then start the stream on that page. Next thing, YouTube. YouTube, you log in again, and at the top right corner, you see a create button. You click on that create button and you click on go live. In that dashboard of going live, you can then add a few different things in your live stream. Like if you click top right corner on edit, you can add the details like title, you can add the description again, but then you can also change the visibility, you can add the category, you can add the game that you want to play, like let's say for example Diablo 4. You can then add a thumbnail. If there is already a thumbnail in, you just hover over it, click the 3 dots and click on change, then you can change it to whatever you like. You save that. You can also go into analytics here, viewer activity, and all the stuff. You can even add some shopping products if you have some. Go and add there a mug. Cool. Now you have even shopping products underneath your live stream, which is crazy. And then in the streaming settings, there you go again. There's your stream URL. As you see, you can copy it right there. And there's your stream key, which you can copy there again. You take all of that stuff and put it into your multiple output plugin. And this is the one that I don't need. Yes, delete this. And so how does it really work? In YouTube, for example, you need to start the stream before you go live, and then you start it on the YouTube page. You came to this part and you're like, I did all this stuff, but this stream is still not working. I always get this weird error message, like to get encoders from OBS, like whatsoever. How do I get rid of that? Well, there are two different methods in this window here. So first is usually the video settings and the audio settings are get from OBS, which means they're taking your streaming settings and just distributing it to more different platforms. This is beneficial because of a very specific reason. And the reason is that your encoders on the graphic card, or maybe your encoders on the PC, or whatever encoders you're using, they only need to encode the video once. That means your PC does only have the stress to make one video available as a stream that the PC can then send out into the internet, right? You can change the encoder for every single option there, but that will put more and more stress on your PC itself. So for example, if you're streaming to Facebook, YouTube, Kick, Rumble, and all these platforms where there is horizontal content, like on YouTube, you're watching this video in horizontal usually, then you basically only need one single encoder to encode this into a horizontal format, let's say 720p or 1080p, and that's it. I'm not teaching you what encoders are. Please teach yourself what encoders are if you don't know what I'm talking about. So I just get all the information from OBS. That's okay. Hey, Future Captain here. I realized I didn't answer that question that good. So to get around the problem that you can't just simply start without having the encoders on OBS, you go into your settings, you go into stream, you enable the bandwidth test mode. This one here. If you have a Twitch channel already connected, apply that, click OK. You start streaming. It says you're in bandwidth test mode. You say yes. Then you can start all the streams that you want, one after the other, or click start all. After all the streams are running, you can then stop the stream, the bandwidth test mode stream again, and the other targets are still running. So you have that bandwidth back again. Every single one of those outputs is taking away your bandwidth. So if you're streaming with a 6 Mbit upload, like for example on Twitch, this is okay for 1080p, 8 Mbit would be better. A lot of different platforms allow that, so go for it if you have the bandwidth. That is one reason why Restream is a viable option if you have a smaller bandwidth. For example, you have only 10 Mbit available, but you want to restream to all these platforms. The only solution would be take a service like Restream or downgrade those streams to very not much visible. So it requires you to have a good internet connection. Okay, but Captain, I have done all of that. All my streams are running, but now I have like 5 different chat windows open and I don't know how to do all that stuff. We're going to unify now all the chats that are open into one single window. And therefore, we need a plugin for Chrome, which is called Social Stream. Social Stream is the platform that you need. This is an extension for your browser that you need to get all the chats into one window. I know GitHub is a little bit much for people that are not that often on GitHub. Just believe me, it's easy. Scroll down. Don't think about all these things that are up there. First thing that you see is jump to download and install instructions. There we are. This extension should work with Chromium-based browsers, so Chrome, Edge, Brave, and so on. The link to the download, you just click on that and then it downloads. This manual is short. It should tell you how to do this. If you have some issues here and there, write me in the comments down below so that I can help you maybe. And then you should have an extension top right corner, which is called Social Stream Ninja. This is what we need. To make it work, you need to activate it first. So you go to the extensions, you click on Social Stream Ninja, and you activate this thing. It has to be green. Once it's activated, now the fun starts, because you go into your YouTube stream, the stream that you are running yourself, right? Let's take any chat that you want to have in there. Usually you want to have your own chats in there, right? So you go on to your stream. If it's YouTube, if it's Rumble, if it's always the same method. The extension is running. You go into your stream, onto your stream page, and you go to your chat, and most of them can just pop out chat. Once that chat is popped out, you want that chat to be running in the background. You don't minimize it, it's just running in the background. You just click on something else so that it's in the background, right? And how do you get now your chat running? Well, there is a unique URL that you need to click in your extension, socialstream.ninja, whatsoever it is for you. And once I'm in there, it will grab the chat that is happening in the background. So at the moment, you see we have a YouTube chat running, and now I can just simply go, and that works with, like I said, with all the different chats. Now we go to a different kick stream. I'm going to pop out the chat of that kick stream. I don't need the stream anymore. I just need the chat. The chat is now running, but I am going to only use the social stream window in this case. And now you see already that we have a kick chat and a YouTube chat running at the same time in one window. So now you say, well, how do I get this thing here into my OBS? Maybe I want to have this as my OBS source. And maybe I want to have everyone see what I see. So how do you get this chat onto your stream? Well, you take the link of that window. There we are. I'm in my OBS, and you need to see the left side. I'm going to add a browser source. I will call this multi-chat or whatsoever. Now I'm going to paste that exact URL into here. I click OK, and look what's happening now. We have a kick, and I hope that we also get YouTube messages. There they are. And now you have this thing here on your screen. You can shrink that. You can put that wherever you want. And if you want to change the dimensions of it, you just simply click on the properties. You change the dimension. If you want it to have it higher than it is wide, then you change it in here. You don't stretch it, because if you do that in your preview window, it will only stretch it. But there you go. Now you change that, and it's more higher than wide chat, and you can place that on your stream right here, for example, so that everyone that's watching on Kick, on YouTube, on Rumble, on whatsoever, Vimeo, on I don't know, can now see the chat and even can see where all these people are coming from. One more thing that I forgot to mention is very important. If you only have one single monitor for your OBS and then one monitor for all the other stuff, you can add that social stream chat onto your OBS to not lose more room on your monitor. You just go to docs, you go into custom browser doc, and in custom browser doc, you give it a name, and then you copy the social stream URL that you got into here. You click apply, and then you can just get that multi-chat doc right here in your OBS, and it's not taking up more space on your very valuable monitor space. One thing that I want to point out, and this is why Twitch is just like so weird in that regard, is that you cannot multi-stream in any way with this method on Twitch too. Twitch is a big platform, we know. It's debatable if they will ever find you doing that. Legally, I can say I'm a partner on Twitch. I will never tell you that you should be doing that on Twitch too, because it's not allowed. But Twitch is a big platform, and it's hard to find someone that is doing that. We don't want to pay for all of that, and that's why we're doing it all by ourselves. That's why we're doing plugins. That's why we're using extensions and whatsoever, because we don't want to pay anyone for the ability to stream on more than just a single platform at the same time, especially if you're starting out and you want to have all the possibilities. You don't want to pay any service 20 bucks just to make it more convenient. Yes, it's a little bit of struggle, but hey, you're also setting up 5 streams at once, so do that. It's completely for free. Leave a like, leave a subscribe right now under this video. This would be great. And tell me if you'd like to see more of that stuff, helping other creators out, because I do that. I love it. I love multi-streaming. It's so much fun to have all these people from everywhere and everyone is joining into the stream and having a great time together. So have a good day. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.